All right. do, 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 do. What's up, Michael? How's it going? Is my screen flickering still? I'm trying something, and I'm not sure if it worked or not, so... Making an espresso, nice. You have a full machine, or do you have like an espresso or something? Doo doo. Oops. It's a full espresso machine. I can finally get back to the gym today, too, so it should be a good day. Nice. I went to the gym yesterday. I did legs. Now my legs are so super tired. Leg day's always really hard. It started flickering again. It wasn't when you started the stream. Yeah, okay. All right. Well, attempt failed. Attempt number 1 failed. That's fine. Thanks for letting me know. I'll just keep it I'll just keep everything minimized. I might have to switch to like X11 mode or something. If I can. I'm not sure that I'm not able to. I've been a PT for the past few months for large posterior lumbar labrum tear. Oh, dang. That sounds bad. Is that from lifting or from something else? I think one of my friends tore his labrum. I think it was pretty bad too. Yeah, lifting, okay. Yeah, that stinks. That's like your rear deltoid area, right? But it's like inside, I guess. Yeah, gotcha. That sucks. Do, 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 do. Sorry, give me 1 second. I need to do something really quickly. All right, we're in ship shape now. So there's a lot of grinding, popping, and clicking my right shoulder. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, it sounds pretty bad. I play a lot of volleyball, so a lot of people have like bad shoulder injuries, including myself. So kind of comes with the territory, I guess. But I don't think I've ever heard that part. At least I don't think so. But I've recently started to try to do more like prehab type things for my shoulders, which I think is gonna help. But I'm only like 2 weeks into it, so we'll see. But it's been fun. I've enjoyed going to the gym. I like just started going, so. Anyways. I guess I should have tried restarting my computer. I just didn't update. Whole list of things I'm supposed to be doing to get strengthened to avoid surgery. Oh yeah. I think it helps, you know, just having more like, what are they called? Having more stabilizer muscles, I think is helpful. So I try to do more like free weight stuff to start my workouts, and then I move into more of the machine stuff where you can like push a little harder and you don't really have to like stabilize it as much for the bigger ones. But yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I have some setting, I think, that maximizes, I think it's let me actually try to fix that. I might be able to make it so it doesn't full screen it. I don't think it's a game thing. I think it's a oh, no, never mind. It's disabled. Window maximized by default. Okay. Never mind. I thought I could. Yeah, I'll just have to keep remembering to minimize this. I tried to fix it today, but I couldn't get it to work. Yeah, I usually start, I mean, I warm up obviously first, and then I do like some compound stuff, and then I'll do, yeah, like the isolation ones. Like the machine, you know, the machines that like, you pretty much can only push one direction. Like they're pretty much locked in. Why is there a black circle in the middle of the map? You're about to find out. Okay, so I've been working a lot on new phases. So that I think there's gonna be a final, when the sphere finally closes, there'll be one final boss fight here that you'll have to do. But I can walk you guys through the phases I've been working on. Let's see here, sphere.go. Okay. So we have a phase which is just like killing monsters to gain experience, and that lowers a bar. Then we have one which is these little rifts you have to close. They spawn and they spawn monsters, and you basically destroy the rifts and kill the monsters. We have a Blood Moon phase, which all the monsters gain vicious or do they gain enraged? I don't know if they gain enraged, but they gain vicious at least. So they become a little stronger, but it's similar to this one in terms of the clear condition. You just have to kill monsters. And there's the Titan ones, which you guys saw. There's a set pieces mode, which is it just picks a few set pieces that need to be defeated. There's a mana inhibitor mode where you basically lose the ability to regenerate HP and mana, like all that gets disabled. And you have to destroy these mana inhibitors across the map. There's a pylons mode, and this is like a kind of a capture point. So you have to like go and stand inside this ring. And as you stand there, they lose health, and then they eventually get destroyed. And then there's a supply train mode where you have to destroy these like supply caravans that spawn on the ring of the map and like walk their way into the middle. I haven't figured out what the result is if they do make it to the middle, but they basically spawn on the outer rim and then they like walk into the middle. And your goal is to destroy them. And there's an like a reverse version of that where you're supposed to defend them. Like they spawn out here, but you're supposed to defend them to the middle. And then Mirror Mode Final. Oh, this is just the that one. It's like it closes. Yeah. But yeah, so the supply chain one still needs to be a little bit finished. The siege one is done. I have one bug left that I need to fix for these two, which is that I need to not scale their HP because they're kind of treated like monsters. So they kind of inherited the HP scaling thing. Then I'm gonna do three. There's gonna be 3 strong bosses that I've drawn, and I already have them. They look like these 3. So we'll have these 3 new bosses, which will spawn around the map, and they're just gonna spawn in a location, and you'll have to fight them. You have to fight them in that location. And then we'll have one final boss fight. Getting critted to death by beach crab. Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, it looks kind of like the like for example, this is the I called it unstable fluid because I don't really have a name for it yet. But this is what you have to defend. So like you can see it like loses health because there's monsters inside of it. So your goal is to like just keep monsters outside of it. And I think it gains health when you're inside of it. So it's like you're basically just kind of like guarding this thing. And there's 4 of them across the map that they're all like going into the middle. So that's kind of this phase. So yeah, obviously the ones that are lower will be easier because the mobs that spawn are like lower level mobs, right? But the ones up here are in like, it's in like the ghost biome, so you've got to guard it, or it's harder to guard. So yeah, this will be the first draft of the sphere rework, I think. I just need to do the 3 warden bosses and then the final boss fight. And other than that, I think it'll be pretty much ready to go. And yeah. So yeah, that's that. Bum bum dum bum ba dum ba dum ba dum bum bum bum. Oh, it's full screen. I'm sorry, guys. You probably couldn't see any of that. Well, it looks like this. It's red because there's monsters inside of it. And then when you're inside of it, it heals. But your goal is basically to walk it into the middle area. So yeah, those are some of the new phases I've been working on. I still haven't decided what the exact like reward is for getting these guys to the middle and the punishment for the other ones getting to the middle yet, but still a work in progress. Yeah, let's fix the health scaling on the pylons. I don't know exactly how this will work. There's a system that basically runs and finds how many players are nearby each mob, and then it scales mob health based off of that. So I just need to have some like boolean that disables it for certain mobs. So yeah, let's go look for that. Probably in like server sys. Look at that, we're right there. Maybe I was looking at this before, I don't know. Oh, I already have a boolean for this. Rescale health. Oh, it's in the vision though. think. Does this get set from something else? Oh, this is an active thing. Never mind. This is getting computed there. This is the obvious place to put it. Let's go ahead and do this. We'll do disable health scaling bool. Let's just see if that breaks the build. That's a little bit unfortunate, but if it's just these ones, I guess it's not that big of a deal. Let's do this. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Oops. Boom, boom, boom. Mm-hmm. It didn't indent properly. This just gets inserted. Perfect. All right. So then we can go to events.go. And then we'll do this I don't know how to do this. I might just do this. Obscale health T5. Wait, what is that? Does that mean I'm not scaling this? That was just one. Oh, that's like my final tweak thing. I'm just gonna say capture point var, capture point health. And we want to do, this is in the wrong section. This is a payload. This gets destroyed. That has health. This has health. That one's that. This one. Oh, wait a second. Does it get set here? Hold on. Okay, yeah, I just, hold on a second. I guess the health gets set dynamically. That's right. Okay. So we can just dynamically set that in this system here. Yeah, and then we'll always say health dot, or no, sorry. I wonder if I just remove, like I'm trying to think, like what if I just remove the mob stat feature from this? Then it wouldn't have a health, I don't think. So I guess we'll just do, okay, we will do this then. I guess I'm doing defense 5. Or no, defense doesn't matter, does it? Because it doesn't take damage. Yeah. That's kind of weird. Oh, I guess I just didn't find it. All right, so we'll just use this health component then. We basically just need a health component that doesn't scale because it's going to get overridden by the capture point anyways. Like the capture point logic will override this. Do 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 do. All right, that should fix that bug. Which was this one. That one I need to decide. I think this one's actually fine. We need a reward for that one. I think these will make sense though when I do this one, so we'll wait. I think next we'll do the 3 area bosses or event bosses or whatever. So we didn't test it. Whew. Our goal is to see the health not scale. Man, it looked like it's scaled. I mean, that one seems fine. Oh no, I forgot to hook up the this if mob stats dot. That disables it. Okay. Yeah, I forgot to do that line. Perfect. This should fix it. All right. Let's go check this one, I guess. All right, perfect. That didn't scale. It didn't look like it scaled at least. Perfect. It looks like that's working now. All right, we did the health change. Yeah, this all changed, and then those had to be changed, and then this is the boolean we added. All right, perfect. All right, and this added the yeah, I'm not sure exactly what the punishment or reward is going to be, but whatever. All right. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get some oatmeal, and then I will we'll start on the next coding part, which will be the new boss fights. But give me 1 second. All right. Okie doke. I guess this is going to be just like all the other phases. It'll just spawn bosses instead of like regular mobs or rifts or pylons or whatever. So I think it's not going to be too hard. There is some place which has code that I need to change. I don't know where it is though. Base? Oh, maybe it's in here. Yeah. Okay. Oh, this will be the Warden's phase. I guess I could rename this to unique roles. For single prefab spawning phases. For I'm gonna call it monster. That'll be that. Perfect. And then we'll go to our Titans one. We'll use this code for that. I don't know what the... I don't understand what the problem is here. Oh, it's just missing a comma. All right, so let's do the sphere. This is very similar to this one, I think, so. All right, and since we don't have enough, I'm gonna go ahead and just have 3 Titans spawn instead. And then we wanna spawn 3 things. Also, this opens the door that I could have more than just, because right now I only have 3 Wardens, but I could do it so I could have like multiple. Like I could add like 6 and you get like, you don't know which ones you're gonna get, which I think is kind of cool. Like that's what I want to eventually have is like a bunch of variety. But I think for the first patch, it'll just be like 1 of everything. It's just too hard to make so much content in 1 patch. So. Give me 1 second, I just built something. Okay, I'm back. Okay, let's finish coding the... I'm gonna copy all the Titan stuff because it's the same code as that. Oops. I'll have to I'm gonna reword all this stuff eventually, but Don't I do this now? You need to limit available biomes. What does that mean? Does that mean I don't want to spawn it in? It might be a roaming thing. Hold on. What do I do for my, because these guys just wander around. Oh, I hard code it. Okay, we'll just do that. This is like spawning up from the unique list. Obviously this might need to be configurable, I don't know. But that's fine for now. These will all be spawned in permadeath areas, so. I wonder if I should do, if the warden should be higher up. Yeah, we'll try it like this. This is fine, I think. I feel like this is the wrong indentation level. I don't know. I guess it makes sense because it's on the case indentation, but I kind of want this here. I guess that's fine. All right, let's go here. We need to make the types now. I'm gonna go ahead and just copy one of these guys. I'm gonna remove their wander. We'll do that. I'm just gonna disable their state machine. The scale is too high. What did I name these guys? Warden. Slime Knight Cyclops. Or I'll have to come up with names for these. do night. I have to rename these anyways, so balance. All right. And then in manager. Okay, now we have our things spawning. Let's go see and make sure they spawn correctly. I probably will also increase the minimum distance between them. I need to make that configurable. Let's see. Yeah, I'm really curious to see what people think of this this change. I hope people like it. One thing I am worried about though is that some tasks are really hard to do. Well, that's pretty cool actually. Oh, it's floating because he has a float. Because I copied him from the. Oh, I'm sorry. I have a compositor bug. I need to fix it. Whenever I have a window maximized, it causes the screen to flicker for some reason. I don't know why. Thanks for reminding me. I try to remember to do it, but I forget a bunch of times, so. He's floating though, so I need to remove the float feature. Oh, I want to disable that as well. I'm going to scale these down as well. I don't think I want them to be so large. This is the slime warden. So it needs to have the slime category. Thank you, Purse, for the follow, man. Appreciate it. This is the knight. I need to have a hotkey to do LSP rename because I do that so much. It's so annoying to type it. This is the Cyclops. And I don't think I have a category for Cyclopses. I can't really add one because I can't add a category with only one item in it. So we'll just do that. Or did I make a hotkey for this? I did one for replace string. What would I have called it? Control CE. Control. I don't know. I guarantee you I've made one, but. All right, let's rebuild that. Hopefully they don't float anymore, and then we'll just check to make sure the art is showing up properly. What's up, Anthony? How's it going? One thing I am worried about, though, is that oh yeah, one problem is that they're spawning too close together. I need to fix that. Let's just check the art and then we'll fix that stuff. Issues like that. If I go in lava, I go in here. Yeah, okay. I guess I dashed over the water. There's that one. Oh, it spawned two of the same one. Wait, why is, okay, that is highlighting. I just didn't. Oh, I just have two. There we go. How did that happen? Because I thought I had. Oh, because I know what happened. It's just a copy paste error. Is that how you spell Cyclops? Is it with an E? No, there's no E. I wonder if I put an E on the. I did. Let's just fix it. Okay. Okay, hopefully that does it. Oops. We're a little bit too far. There's the slime one. There's the night one. Of course, it's the last one I look at. And of course, I clicked the wrong button. The wrong teleporter. Are you getting disconnected a lot, Anthony? There's a Cyclops. Cool. Just open the game. Okay. We have yeah, so this we need to customize to have a object bounds. Oh yeah. Wi-Fi is very finicky. Wi-Fi is surprisingly bad, like in terms of how much packet loss it has. How can we solve this? I think I'm gonna have two bounds. I'm gonna have one for player checks because I don't want it to spawn on a player. I'm gonna have a separate one for collisions between objects that I place. Player check rect. This will be objective checked rec. Player check bounds. Objective check bounds. I want this to be passed in. We'll do 256 for now. Player check rec. Player check bounds. Okay, perfect. We'll do should I just do a size? Like, should I just pass in a number? Or I could pass in the whole rectangle object. I guess it doesn't really matter. I might just do the rectangle. It's less ambiguous, and then it, what's up, Dorian? How's it going, buddy? Should have been CSS. Get out of here. Mod, just take care of them. I'm good, buddy. How are you doing? It's been a while. Jarvis delete their Twitter account. What's this plus 128? I'm just gonna do 400. Been sleeping early the couple weeks. Oh, that's good. That's good for your health. You're early tonight? Yeah, I did wake up pretty early. Or I started streaming early, I guess, today. Okay, that should do it. So for the wardens layout a little bit further apart, and it's also customizable now, which is good. Sorry. That's maybe not as far as apart as I wanted it to be. Also, holy, that one spun super close. But I guess that's fine. I guess it's pretty far out of the way. I have a compositor bug that I don't know how to fix. Is this fun? Do you think it's fun to have a fight where it spawns in the water? Like, is that a fun little, like, ooh, interesting. Or is it more of just, like, annoying, you think? Yeah, I have some compositor bug in GNOME where when I stream, it flashes. But make it finally able to use slime gear, true. Still not fixed? Dude. No, I couldn't figure out how to fix it. I think I might try switching to X11. If it's possible. I still think swimming speed is the stat of all time. Wait, what do you mean? The stat of all time? Man's eating beans. I just finished a whole new can of refried beans. I don't know if did I spill a bean? To me it just exists, doesn't feel like it adds anything. And how could it be combined with regular speed? I don't know, I feel like it does add a little bit. Like for example, the Anoop, like it just depends on where you are and like what you're doing. But I could also see a like underwater dungeon or something like that where it does add, like it helps you, you know? Like I feel like itemization is it can't be like one thing is good for everything. It's got to be like, this is good for this situation, you know? Boom, 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 boom. One thing I don't like though is that it's so close to the edge. Like you pretty much have to fight it from this angle. Also, I wonder if these get placed. Do they check? Does this check the floor, like like I need to make sure that it doesn't get placed on top of like something that makes it unable to move. Let me think here. Mob collider. So it does have a collider. I don't think I read it or anything like that. I could spawn these as set pieces. That's kind of cool, isn't it? Or is it cooler just to spawn them in wherever? The problem with spawning them wherever is like, then it's kind of a bounded, like you don't really know the situation it's going to be in. Question mark? I guess I need to decide this before I design the fight though, huh? Thank you, Stumpy, for the follow. Appreciate it, man. Let me fix that Spear Knight bug while I'm thinking about this. Let me just read what goes on. Okay, they maintain distance. They transition after time. They shoot. Oh no, this is, There's no range check, unless this one has a range check. Oh, it does. Wait, who uses default shoot? Like everything. Default shoot. I'm surprised this bug doesn't manifest in way more places. Is the channel for beginners or moderate coders? I mean, it's for everybody. It's not really nothing specific. It's just me streaming, me making a video game and go. It's for whatever. It's for whoever's interested in that. How about that? So he's not going to shoot. And here he's not going to shoot. And because we transition on shooting, he Sorry, someone's walking my roof. Weird. All right. Targeting. I think this one just needs, oh no, it's not this one that's the problem. I guess the main problem is that he doesn't have a like fallback movement in this situation where he moves because he can't attack. I might change this just to let him shoot from all range. Okay, that should fix it. All right, we added the wardens. We added to restore their health. We fixed that bug. New phase, new phase. That we still need to decide. That's just a note to myself. That's fine, that's a rename. And then we added this stuff. That's all good, okay. All right, we added those. Let me mark this off. All right, let's just go see kind of where they get spawned. We'll check both spheres that spawn and check both spheres. And if they start spawning in like weird spots that we don't like, we'll have to make a decision. I mean, this is pretty decent. They're very biased towards the outer rim though, which I don't love. One thing I'm worried though is they're gonna spawn on top of like trees and stuff like that. I mean, like that's a pretty close miss, I feel like. In fact, he's technically over the tree, so I don't know if he'd be able to move. That guy would be fine. And that guy would also be fine. Yeah, but it's like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to take the chance. Random question here too. Say if an enemy has multiple attacks and or states beside idle walk, what does your code allow for each attack state using different animations? Just out of curiosity, definitely nothing else. Yeah, I mean, I can, I don't have it coded, but it's definitely possible for me to have like custom animations per attack. And I've thought like, it's not really a coding problem. It's more of a, like animation problem. Like it just takes time to draw all of the animations for every single thing. So I haven't done it. But yeah, I mean, it's totally reasonable. I could definitely run a different attack. I might even do it for some of the dwarf monsters. Like they might have multiple attacks. But yeah, I mean, I can like play a different animation for the attack duration. I might do it for the dwarf boss. I'm not sure, but I just have to name, like, just name the animation whatever I want, and then I would code the weapon to use that animation. So. Yeah. I'm kind of leaning towards doing a set piece. I mean, like, I just mean like a spawning a tile map update, I guess. I think I'm gonna make it basic though. I think I'm just gonna make like a, let's just do it and see how it looks, and then we'll adjust from there, I think. All right, we do this. We'll go to local editor here. I'm gonna copy this one and call it I'll just call it sp-warden. All right, perfect. Make editor. I'm just gonna do iron, what's it called? Iron floors, like the housing block floor tile, I think. And then just make it like sporadic. Whoops, that was not what I wanted to click. I wanted to click this. SP Warden, perfect. Oh, sorry. My bad. I do try, I promise. I'm gonna make it this size. But I'm gonna circularize it. Not very circular. I feel like in my head, I'm like I'm doing the middle here when the middle is actually there. Can you bring Bilgewater Captain back, please? Wait, what do you mean? You mean the Ghost Captain? He should be there. That said, I think sometimes set pieces don't spawn. Yeah, I think what happens is they just don't get placed because they can't find a place to put them. So it's just a procedural generation bug that needs to be improved. I want to jumble these. Some artistic beauty right here. Incredible. An artist at work. Okay. I think that looks good. Yeah, there's a the problem is there's like a minimum distance that set pieces have to be between other set pieces, and it ends up causing some set pieces to not place. What I should probably do is I should have like the constraint decrease or something like that. So if I can't find one in the first pass, it should decrease all the constraints and then try to place them again. Procedure generation's hard. It's just because like you do something and like it works like 9 out of 10 times, and then one out of 10 it doesn't work, and it's kind of hard to notice sometimes because you have to test it 10 times to see the one time it fails. So but I think this didn't happen when the biomes were larger, but now that the biomes are kind of smaller because there's so many more biomes, it's kind of tricky. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, and then for placing these, I guess I need to change it to place a prefab now, huh? Because it needs to place a set piece. Do I have a set piece point map? I must. Bless me. Okay, yeah. I think I have a plan. Let's go here, manager, and look for this one. Ah, frick, dude. I gotta blow my nose. Be back. All right. I'll have to update the set piece thing as well, because most set pieces have a boss respawner component. These ones shouldn't respawn the boss. They just need to spawn it one time. Yeah, I think that's right. So I'll have to make 3. I just want to upgrade all of these to be prefabs. Or int configs, I mean. Probably. I feel like at the very least, we'll do it for these ones. Okay. I made these monster types because they were always monsters, but now that we're spawning the set piece, we need to change this. It'll have to be an entity config, which can be like a monster, or it can be just a regular object. In our case, it'll be a set piece. So then here we have to do this. We've got to do I mean, it's gonna be something like this, right? It'll be do I need to set anything other than monster type? Let's see if that works. I don't know if I need to set bounds, or it'll just treat it like a bounds or a rectangle of 0. So yeah, then we can't call mob factory anymore, unfortunately. We've got to call the regular factory. It's kind of weird if config.monster type is not equal to this will just be 0 because this is just subtraction. Yeah, okay. Oh, but this is going to fail when it tries to get the prefab type. Okay, yeah. So instead of this, we just do this. We do it was like spawn entity, I think. And that takes the int command and the config. Oh, but the pause needs to be set. So we've got this in CFG. Bounds is glm.cr1 with center pause. That should do it. All right, let's see to make sure that this works still. Oops. And I will try to remember to not keep it full screen. Try to remember to minimize this when it opens. Hey, remembered. I'm learning. I'm learning. All right, let's just make sure that they spawned. Obviously, there'll be one big test pass that happens eventually before I do the new patch, but all right, cool. And then now we can just change these to be set pieces instead. This does, however, mean, well, let me clear this. We just get all these staged. That all looks good. We do need to make a set piece update to the set piece component so that it can spawn just one monster rather than a respawner. What's up, Jim? Right back at you. Jeez. How you doing? Where are my set pieces? They are. Actually, I think they're in, yeah, they're right in here. Okay. Yeah, like this is it. This is a set piece parent prefab. Oh, and we passed the bounds in. Okay, perfect. Let me go ahead. I'm gonna do this. I have to do a we'll do this. Thank you, Drum Original, for the follow. Appreciate it, man. So right now we have this respawner object that gets added to it. We need a different one that's going to do. So that's the new map we just designed. I think that I changed that. 200's fine. It's way more than we need, so. So we need a different component here. Like this will spawn a respawner. We just want to spawn a monster, I think. Do I do monster or just do another entity config? What does this take? Yeah, monster. All right. Do the set piece. Or does it, or it might spawn a respawner object. I don't know. As a single monster. On the server. Oh, actually, we can set this to true. Oops, wrong one. And this will be monster. It's just an optional type, and then we'll pass in monster, warden, slime. Monster type. Sphere warden. Okay. All right, let's update the slime one. Shouldn't this be a prefab, or this is an entity config maybe? Yeah, okay. So this one's already in that format, so we don't have to wrap it. All right, we need to change, well, hold on. This might just work. It could just work. Because technically the logic from the server side is the same. It's just like, hey, pick a spot and spawn this thing there. And then whatever the thing is doesn't really matter. Because it goes to the object factory anyways, so it should work out what it needs. Oh, we don't have the thing for spawning the monster though. It's just gonna spawn the set piece and no monster there. Because in here we've got this one, which works. So in this section, we just need to add a wait, what is this? Server sys. Oh, this spawns the set piece. Man, there's just so many checks that have to happen. Technically, the logic's all the same. Yeah, wait a second. This should be in, hold on. Why isn't this added? Like, why don't I just do this in the factory? Why do I do it in the, set piece body? Yeah, because it's all set piece config. Yeah, I really don't see a reason why this can't be in why this logic can't be in the factory. Other than the fact that sp.bounds, what does this come from? Role set piece gives us an entity config. But that has the body, so this could just be a body check, I think. Like, I'm pretty sure I can just do this. Yeah, server entity factory. Obviously this calls fab2. Does the underlay, but then it builds itself. I mean, technically, I think this could work. Like, this kind of thing does work. It's kind of a custom addition logic, though. It's either that or no, I can't do that, can I? Because this is server only, so it has to be done in the factory. At least it's more centralized this way. It's either this or I do a new function that's like spawn set piece. Because I kind of maybe do foresee set pieces having a little bit more complicated of logic anyways. And then that function would just be responsible for spawning entity and then adding this special set piece components to it. I don't like that though, because then yeah, because I want to have just a vague entity config, and I want that to be able to spawn whatever it is. So I think that I'd rather do this. Okay, yeah, we'll just do that then. This is an entity config, set piece config. Oh no, this is not an entity config. This is a set piece config, which doesn't have an entity config. But this comes from the set piece gets passed in. That's perfect then, because we have a way to get that from there. Okay. The question is, do I do this before or after? I feel like I do it after. Yeah, when you build, and then I'll do no, build is the wrong place. It's going to be in here. Nope, that's the wrong place. It's going to be over here. Because here we have the entity config. Here we just have the prefab. And then we want to do perfect. We'll do it right there. So it'll be like add set piece. All right, we get the set piece config. Then essentially we just want to look for the respawner and add that. That's kind of tricky. Do I need to set the respawn tick? Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, ba-dum. I do need to pick it, but hold on. Oh, I'm saying I'm gonna respawn this tick, so I can just set this to 0. And that's fine. What's up, Frank? How's it going? How's everything in Michigan? Is it cold? I heard there was a big winter storm or something. Did you make it through unscathed? Yeah, I think that I just need to do, I just set this to 0. Obviously this goes away. Let's go to the factory, and then we'll just set this to 0. So because the respawn tick is 0, it's gonna obviously, we're gonna be past tick 0, so it'll spawn immediately. Okay, that'll be this one. Oh man, this is tricky because I need to have, like, it's an entity that spawns another entity. I don't know if I can do that. I don't think I can. But can I get the command buffer? This does have the world technically, so I should be able to get it. Or no, hold on, let me think here. I feel like that's super reasonable to not pass the world around, just pass the, so really I just need to add a helper function here. World.cmd. I know there's a function here. Or no, it might just be because of the return type actually. What is it? It is entity. No, it's all right, hold on a second. Command Q. There we go. Okay, so now we should be able to do this. Spawn entity. I'm just gonna call it. I don't really like the word child int. I might call it int2. No, I'm gonna call it mob int. I don't know. Okay, so we'll do this spcfg.monster.get mob type. And then we'll do, it's just gonna be f.spawn entity. Or no, s dot mob factory dot create. It's actually just this logic. With the mob int. Monster type. And the spawn position. And obviously I can add some offset there if I want to. Cool, so now we can kind of like recursively call down. I think that this is solved too. Or at least it's better centralized. do. So it should spawn the monster now. We'll have to verify it though. But it should spawn the set piece now, flooring, and then it should spawn the monster on top of it. That's what we're hoping for. One thing I don't do on the new side though is I don't check the set piece point map to make sure we're not placing it too close together. Or to make sure we're not placing it too close to another set piece. Like I think right now it's possible for it to place on top of another one, which obviously needs to be fixed. So I think I need to have one centralized like checkpoint that looks up all of the set pieces currently and makes sure we don't place on top of them. Oops. I should have named my monsters so I can just look at this and see which one's which. This one's definitely not it. I don't think this one's it either. All right, hopefully this one works. Okay, cool. It did work. I mean, it is kind of cool to see it just like take out a chunk of another section of the map. So that part's kind of fun, but I don't know. Let's do it for all of them and then we'll just see how they place down and corrupted tiles win. Yeah, I definitely want to do something like that. I think the current tiles are like close to what I want, but I would like them to be colored differently. What's up, Vegas Eagle? How's it going, buddy? What was I saying I was gonna do? Oh yeah, events. Oh no, it's in this one. Slime Knight. Let's just go ahead and do these ones. All right, let's run it and then see. On spring break now, nice. Yeah, everybody. I've been noticing everything's a lot more crowded now that spring break's going on. Florida gets a lot of visitors during spring break time, so all the Yankees come down. Cultist, Sphere Boss, and Volcanic Guard on top of each other. Yeah, imagine that. I guess that is, oops. That is the one downside is, yeah, like see this one spawned on top of the center area, which I really don't love. Oops, wrong way. I mean, this looks pretty good, I think. I'm about to die from lava burning. Of course, I run over more lava. See how this one turned out. It doesn't look bad, honestly. Can't touch lava, yeah. Unfortunately. Has all the OP-ness in the world, still dies to lava? Hey, no. I do my best. I do what I can. Okay, let's do this then. We'll look for existing set pieces and make sure we're not overlapping them. I like the look of that sphere boss. Yeah, that one turned out pretty good. So menacing. Yeah, I think they all look decent. Obviously, I'm not like the greatest artist in the world, but I do what I can. I was trying to come up with a weird, creepy looking one that looks something like this. This was from Slay the Spire, and I kind of got inspired by it. I was trying to draw something with similar shape, but I kind of gave up. And I ended up drawing like this triangle thing, and then I went to this, and I was like, maybe I'll do something like this. And then I was like, oh, I'll just make like the slime with this as the head, and that's kind of how it ended up. It was a long journey. Imagine you can just add immunities, 100 reduction any equipment for testing purposes. Yeah, I mean, I've never died to lava before, so. Because I always, my kit always has bunches of food. We love Slay the Spire in here. We do. Just their art looks so good. But this was my Hunter x Hunter piece. As I was drawing this guy, I was like, oh, I could do like Hunter x Hunter. It's like, it started reminding me of that. Which I actually think this looks super cool. I don't really have a place for it in the game, unfortunately. Time is illusion, yeah. NPC vanishing and Necromancer Garden. Yeah, pretty much I just I'll like turn on some show, or if I have some YouTube video I want to watch, then I'll watch that on the side while I draw stuff. So that's my process. Okay. Let me stage this stuff just because we're kind of we made a lot of changes and improvements. That's fine. that's good. Okay. And then I'm gonna do, I need to go to my ECS. I need to formalize this panic, I think. What could I panic here? I want to panic as much information as possible. It's hard because it's a writer type. I don't know if this is going to, wait, what could the error possibly be? Oh, print line. This should be a sprintf. Okay. I guess I'll know what type it is, so that'll help me know what thing was trying to get inserted, I guess. Okay, I thought that's fine. A new helper function. I don't know what's, I guess someone had a pull request, I guess, and I didn't pull it since then. Okay, that one's good. Stage. Wait, what are these? Okay, that's fine. New artwork. Let's push that. We'll do a make upgrade to pull in the new changes before we make a commit. And then now I've forgotten what I was originally gonna do. Oh, we were gonna centralize the set piece checking thing so that we don't place them too close together. Because right now we have, I have one big function that places set pieces, and part of that function checks to make sure we're not close to other set pieces by checking this. I must write it to some map. Maybe it's in here. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. This is like a biome check. We basically check every corner to make sure it's inside the biome that we want. That just helps us from overhanging multiple biomes. This is an internal thing. That's just for the startup generation. Then we place it. Point map add. What does this come from? Oh, we pass it in. Also, let me do this. We'll do, what does this have? This was, oh yeah, move ordens to use set piece bases. Okay. All right. All right, set piece placement map. That's the map we want to look for. One thing I don't love is that we're passing the game in and we're passing this in separately. So let's fix that first of all. Game.setPiece placement. Huh. Wait, what's the other one? Hold on. Oh, this is a result. This is kind of a result of it. That's weird. I don't know. Do I even use this? Collides. Wait, does this even work? I mean, the logic is correct. The thing is, though, is that this is an event handler. So this only runs when we handle the function. What a strange decision. Let me just see where this is used, sorry. It's only used for this check and this check. This one's for monster placement. No, this one's for regular set piece placement. This one's for monster placement, I think. Yeah, okay. So this one technically works. The set piece one I don't think works though. Or actually, I think it used to work, but I changed the logic so this only runs on startup, I think. Yeah, this is just a warm-up phase. Okay, that's why it's different. It is weird I don't just do it immediately though, so I'm gonna go ahead and just fix that as well. Look at us finding bugs. Really, the only thing we need to do is when we spawn a set piece, if we have monsters there, we want to delete all of them. That way we're not spawning a set piece with a bunch of mobs, like unrelated mobs associated to it. Okay. Then in here, we have some issues. Like, for example, well, I need to make sure I don't forget to do this. It's insane that you think of that and Enrollment Bad Guy's still saying since 15 years. Oh, did they not clear their mobs? Yeah, I'd go like I do. I mean, it just looks so bad. At least in my game, it looks so bad when I do it. So I clear like decorations on the client. I clear, obviously the tiles change. I clear decorations and objects, and then I clear the monsters as well. Like I just delete them. It's pretty easy to do. I'm sure they could. Like it's probably like 10 lines of code to do it. So it's definitely not hard. Vengeful Spirit doesn't always delete trees. Oh, it doesn't? Wait, in what situations do you see the trees still? Like they're inside the set piece? 1 in 50, okay. It's probably a race condition then on the client. But I'll look into that. Objects inside of there, okay, yeah. I feel like someone's made a post, maybe you made the post about that. Okay. So this will be sorry, I'm just like SP bounds. SP bounds. Oh no, not hash map. This is the placement map. It's funny I have both of these, but whatever. So SP rect is the one. Can I do this? Yeah, I guess so. Let's build this. Oops. We'll build this to make sure it's built, it works, and then I'm gonna just encapsulate all of this stuff into a function. Maybe like 1/2, which is check, and 1/2, which is like placing a set piece. I'm just gonna throw it in the game. Like I would love to put this inside of here, but I just can't. Because otherwise I want this to be the first thing that gets run. It is also hard because it's like there's extra logic that I want to do. And also, I think I need that, don't I? Let's just see what we can wrap up. Yeah, we roll the set piece and then we do this. Oh, the decorations are gone, but the tree objects are still there. That's super weird, actually. I wonder if... Wait, am I understanding that right? The decorations look to be gone, but the trees are still there. Sometimes, or all the time. Or I guess not all the time, because I've definitely seen it not. Okay. I had an idea of what the bug might be, but... All right, we need to pass the set piece in, which is entity config, I think. Oops. That's hard because like there's a player map. It's super easy to look up, but I guess I just look it up every time. Well, because what is this? This is just a... Yeah, that's pretty fast. All right. Tile pause. I mean, I spawn it on a, do I spawn it on a tile? No, I don't spawn it on a tile. So what is this check then? This one is just saying there's a tile, but there must be a tile because we're looking at this. I'm gonna move this up here. Obviously, if we pick a non-tile, then we can't do that. So, and I'll comment this out. And then I think this, all of this stuff goes away. And then SP rect is the only thing that we need. With center tile. But isn't it already centered? World to tile rect. Oh, I'm centering the, okay, that's fine then. Yeah, what is SP rect? I wanna make sure I don't forget this. SP rect is this. So we'll return two things. We'll return a GLM rect. Oops, and then this. I might just do we'll do this. I'm gonna go ahead and do ret. We'll replace with glm.rect. Oh shoot, that didn't work. We'll replace ret comma. Okay. So we'll return empty rectangles. Otherwise, we'll return the set piece rectangle. Okay, then we just have one function we call game dot with SP and the check pause. I think check rect. Yeah, perfect. And then this will be SP rect, okay. And if not okay, continue. And this is the biome check that we're only doing for this one case, because these are like biome set pieces, so they're a little bit more, they're a little bit specialer. They're a little more special. More biome stuff. This is just tracking to make sure we don't spawn too many per biome. And then SP bounds. Yeah, CR, I'm just gonna do CR1. I think this should mirror this, though I don't think it needs to return anything. Because I think it's kind of guaranteed, huh? Oh, I'm not spawning the, yeah, we'll do this too. Oh wait, that's the wrong spot because we're moving this. I might make this take SP rect. I mean, it must be. It's all center aligned, I think. So this would be the center. And then we'll do game dot spawn set piece. That looks fine. That looks fine. Then we spawn entity, and then we add it to the placement maps or the point maps, so we can see if make sure we're not colliding with anything. So I think that that's good. And this is just tracking that part. I have one. I guess I could make these. I might do that. I might throw this in here. Yeah, let's do that. These are just testing, so I'm gonna make them all unlockable. Biome config. There's somewhere I have a list of these. There we go. Can I do this? I'm just gonna make them all sandy shores. This is just like a testing thing, so I can easily teleport to all the set pieces. I'm just gonna make them all unlocked with the most basic one. It's either that or I just comment it out and then it's not unlockable. But I'm worried that there's some system in there that's gonna make it, like we expect this to be there. So it'll break that feature if it's not unlockable. Okay. That's good. All right, now we have a spawn set piece. We have the biome configuration thing. Place central set piece. This one needs to be. This one needs to use the spawn set piece stuff. This will be game.spawn set piece. mgr.center set piece. Then SP rect. This is the tricky part, is that I wonder if I just recalculate it. How slow is this? The problem is I can't not spawn this one. Like, it shouldn't ever fail, so it's like, why would I check? It is weird I checked the player map here. Which I don't think I really care about. This might be better pulled out. Oh, what's up, Roger? How's it going, buddy? Thank you, buddy. Thanks, man, for the Prime sub. Appreciate it. You finally made it. I would show you all the stuff, but I'm in the middle of a change, so I can't really run it. I can't really run the code, unfortunately. All right. I think we're getting close to where we're gonna do a test though, so. Yeah, I think I'm, No, I think I am going to force it to not collide. That's fine. We'll do it inside then. And we're going to do this, I think. I'll do, I'm going to put these in here. We're trying to spawn it at 0, 0. That should handle all of this stuff. And then these should all work. And then okay, I mean, let's run this. We migrated the old stuff. We haven't added the new thing yet. Or we haven't added the new code, the warden spawning code. Oops. To use this yet. Oh, this is gonna not be right. This is this can be commented out now, I think. So the Wardens is going to have its own thing, because these ones, the Titans, we can spawn wherever. The Wardens, though, we need to make sure they don't. We need to do this the set piece check thing. But it looks like the set pieces are all here, so. Oh, sorry, full screen. All right, that'll be one. Pretty cool, huh? Do, 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 do. This guy in my head, I thought I could do a really cool animation for his head, but that's kind of the best I could do. So, sorry. We'll reanimate the stuff that needs it in the future. I think this one looks the coolest though. Looks the most menacing. What happened to the shark, by the way? That's a different phase. That's the Titans phase. Yeah. That one's less of a, like that one's not as much of a boss fight, like a traditional boss fight, whereas these ones will be more like traditional boss fights. So. All right, we just need to change the logic for this one now. Instead of falling through, spawn unique monster. What do I check? Oh, just the distance between them, I think. I think for this one though, I might change it. Instead of looking up things, I'm just gonna see if we can spawn. Well, hold on. This one does have some logic that I do kind of want. So I might throw it in a function, I guess. Bum, 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 bum. But yeah, we'll get the unique and then we'll pass that in. Objective, this is distance between objectives, that's fine. The problem is I need to place them. Well, no, because I'm ensuring their distance is far apart, I don't need to place them immediately. I can spawn them afterwards. So this will be game.spawn set piece. And it'll be, I don't love that though. Like from one angle, it's like everything that's an entity config, I want to just pass to one function and have it figure out what it needs to do. And now I'm going in and hard coding this like special spawner function, which I don't love. I would rather it's okay. It's a little bit of technical debt, but I think I'll live. We'll do this. Int config. Boom, boom, boom. Or actually, we can just do this. And pause. This should return the return the ID. Okay. Or maybe it's better for it to return the entity. I don't know. We spawn it, we set the position, we do this stuff. I'm just gonna return the entity. Entity command. The problem is this isn't checking to see, or I mean, if we used this one, it wouldn't be checking the set piece map. I'm trying to think of what the logical path should be for this. It's either I write a custom function for placing set pieces, or I try to combine them somehow. But like technically this is, yeah, like these are positions, so we need to do game.check set piece spawn. It's just that the function needs to not return positions. It needs to return, yeah, I guess it has to be a custom function. It's either that or we just pass them in and then they get spawned. Like we pass the... Why did I code these ones this way? I'm trying to remember. Where it just returns functions. Or it returns positions, I mean, and I spawn them. I guess because I use this for several things, don't I? Yeah, I think I'm gonna make a custom function that's like spawn. Yeah, we'll do this, I think. I think this works. Okay, yeah, I like this idea. All right, I'm gonna go copy paste this function. It just sucks when I have a ton of these like helper, like there's just so much logic baked into this. I really don't love that I'm like just duplicating all of it. So I'm trying to think of a way to like reuse this somehow. The problem is it just has like special, like the set pieces just have special rules because they modify tiles. Other than making every single objective spawn follow all of those rules, which I don't love, but it's doable. I guess then I'm not having objectives spawn on top of set pieces. Wait, yeah, maybe that is the right choice. What does this function do exactly? Point map. Yeah, because I think right now I technically could spawn capture points on top of set pieces, which might just not be fun. Because now you're like constantly doing the same boss fight. This is a precise check. I don't think this probably never triggers. Because I do a very broad check here, so it's gonna fail earlier probably. What I could do is I could run this, get my positions back, do the checks. If any of them fail, then just run it again. This is the back. Okay. Thinking. It's kind of a tricky one. I mean, I can throw this check at the top. I could throw this check in here. This at least checks to make sure we're not, well, this checks our rectangle and makes sure it's not overlapping an existing set piece's center point, which really isn't that great of a check, to be honest. Really, this is the check that needs to happen. Dun, 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 dun. Collides. I almost wonder if what I really need to do is I just need a function which gives me the bounds of my object. And I certainly can just use the hard-coded bounds. It's just not very reliable for set pieces. Most objects it works, but actually most objects it doesn't really work because I think I only have it set up for set pieces. Most of the time I just do like 16 by 16 or something. I wonder if what I should be doing is trying to come up with a simpler like method for placing things. Like just have certain rules that can never be broken. It just sucks doing stuff like that because then like it reduces the amount of code duplication you have, but then I always end up in these situations where it's like, oh, but this time I actually do need to violate this one constraint. Like I actually do need to place this like right on top of a set piece. And now I can't because I hard coded this whole function tree to not let me do that. So like you either get safety or you get flexibility sometimes. What happened to the shark? I missed it. Nothing. It's just a different phase. It's still there, yeah. No longer a Titan, but different fierce phase encounter. No, it's still called the Titan phase. I mean, that's what I called it originally. I don't know if I'm gonna land on that. I'm gonna go back and rename all the phases. Because what I'll do is I'll like build something and then I'll be like, actually, this feels more like this, you know? The phase I'm doing now is called the Warden's phase. These are like proper boss fights. The Titans phase, my idea was just like these roaming bosses that kind of wander around. They don't really go after you, but they like spawn bullets and you kind of have to like track them and attack them. So they're just like giant monsters basically that don't really like care about you. And then the Wardens are like, they actually attack you. So they're more like a regular boss fight. Yeah, so they're just 2 different phases, I guess. To clarify. I don't know what to do about this. I think I have to end stream here, though. I have to leave here soon, so since I'm stuck anyways, I'm just gonna end stream now. And I'll solve this problem when I get back today. I know, Roger, I'm sorry. I tried to hang on as long as I could since you just showed up. But hopefully this patch will get out next week, early next week sometime, so you guys get to try it then. Because all that's left, I think, is a few tweaks here and there, and I need to make these 3 boss fights, and I need to make one more final boss fight. Yeah, next week tentatively. I hate to overpromise and underdeliver, so maybe. Next week, hopefully. But yeah, that's my plan, so. All right. Don't forget my Easter eggs. Yeah, I do need to make a, after this patch, it'll be Easter event, so. Which I'm probably just gonna use what I did last year, so. But yeah, you guys get to get your bunnies once again. Bunny eggs. Actually, that means it's been 1 full year since I added pets, because I think I added them for Easter. Crazy. All right, well, you guys take care. Have a good rest of your day, and I will see you next time.